Hey guys, Barker here. Today I'm going to be doing a VOD review, similar to how Bala TW or Rich Homie Quinn does it. However, I'm going to be reviewing teams that place around the top 50, mark, and seeing what mistakes they make, and instead of VOD reviewing top teams and seeing all the perfect plays they make, we're going to examine all the mistakes that a top 50 team makes and things that they can fix to become a top 10 team. So we're going to be looking at COG Sam, Gus, Aydan, and Ghost Sean today. So I went ahead and wrote down their point accumulation, and we can look at it right here. So they start with 0 points, 3 points, 3 points, 12 points, 0 points, 1 point, 18, 16, 0. So you can see they had a pretty rough start, but maintained a good mindset and ended up winning 2 games towards the end. And I think that's a really important trait that they have. Like, they easily could have placed like bottom 100. Anyway, hopping into the first game. So I've watched a couple of Psalm streams, and they have a pretty interesting split for Viking. See, it doesn't look like they're really contested. One sec. Yeah, so they get uncontested Viking. I think Aydan lands Viking, Psalm lands, Sean lands Christmas Tree, and Psalm lands Rift. It's a pretty good split. Psalm can rift back if he's in any trouble from Greasy team, of course. And for Sean, let's see. I believe there's no more. Oh, Sean has hoverboards. So from Christmas Tree, Sean can rotate back safely, and Aydan gets Viking to himself. That's a pretty good early game split. Let's see what tabs they take. Some rotates this house. He gets free chests. Okay, so they have a pretty decent split. Let's see how many chests they get. So if we look on lootlake.info, Aydan gets about like 9 chests on Viking. Psalm gets like 5. Sean gets like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, Sean gets 11 chests plus 21, 22. That's like 27 chests on this split, uncontested. That's really, really good. And it's really safe too, because Aydan's here alone. Psalm can riff if he needs to, and Sean can riff. Psalm and Sean can hoverboard to Aydan if he needs help, or Psalm. And they're not really in threat because Frosty's going to be taking a long time looting, Greasy's going to take a long time looting, and they rotate out. Let's see how they rotate into the first circle. So Sean groups to Aydan. Psalm has really good spacing. There's like no one around him. Like, just to put in perspective how many chests they get, like, I think I said 27. If you get Snobby uncontested, you only get 11 plus 6, 17. That's pretty crazy. And most of the time you have to fight Snobby. I think what makes this good is after the Viking nerf, it's like, after having no more risks, it's like, it's not a good enough spot for trios, but for like a whole trio to land up there, but the way they play it is very good. Lots of spacing, free loot. So they all take the riff into Shifty. They just farm up their metal. They all have pretty good mats right now. 120, except Aydan. 120, 130, 80. pretty standard. Good spacing. When second circle farms, let's see what they do. Should be all about max mats by now. Yeah, pretty close. Their mobility, they have 6 shockwaves, 6 stinks, and they have shield bubbles. That's really good loot, and a GL. If you look at their mobility right now, you can see Sean has 6 shockwaves. They have really good meds and 2 shield bubbles. I don't know if they have any launch pads because it's kind of bugged, but we'll find out later. So they start rotating center, it looks like. I don't know if they go into Gotham. I'm pretty sure it's tilted town right now, because this is week 5 and Gotham happened during stage 2 of FCS. So they probably don't go into tilted town unless you're cyclists. I don't really know what they're trying to do here. They should just be chilling in hard mats probably. There's no point stealing high from this. Oh, they do have a launch pad. Okay, so 6 shockwaves and a launch pad. That's enough to win a game. Just chilling. Still have a minute. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Nothing really should happen here. Yeah, they don't really get any kills there. Let's see. A lot of teams on the southern side. No one's gonna cross through tilted because it's tilted 10. You can't build. This team's really good proximity. Who is that? Moxie and Moxie. Alright, so they get circle, they're safe, they don't have to move. That's another minute. I'm pretty sure they don't move. Let's see. No reason to. They're just chilling, looking for free tags, pretty much. Because Storm Surge. All the Rifters, they should be getting free tags. Skip ahead again, getting the interesting endgame. I'm curious to see like what went wrong for them. They have 1 launch pad, 6 shockwaves. They even get more shockwaves and more shield bubbles. That's all you need to win endgame. It definitely was not resources. Let's see. So they're here. They can just rotate edge of this hill and still be in if they barely go off it. But center's like around here on this hill. Let's see what they do to rotate. Kind of spam shield bubbles. Let's see what they do next. I wonder if he launches. Or is he in? I think Saul might be in already. No, he's not. Well, they kind of barely go down to get in. Use a decent amount of mats. He's at 84, 123, 90. Aydan and Psalm are really low on mats already, and it's not even moving circles yet. I think they should have just shield bubbled. I mean, they they kind of used 2 already when they didn't need to. There wasn't anyone in this base and they shield bubbled it. They could have just shot it to make sure no one's in it. And then shield bubbled this edge and just walked in. Because right here is in, I think. But he wastes like a ton of mats doing that. I'd say like 200, 300. Because Aydan had to build it too. And he has to pop a slurp for that. And he wasted 2 shield bubbles anyway. So if they thought about it more and had information, they could have just shield bubbled the edge of this hill. Like right here. And just Billy goated. Or even stay on top of this team. This is a little sketch. But let's see. They get a pretty close circle. I like to go in free cam. You have to move a tiny bit. So I'm pretty sure they'll either launchpad or group impulse. Probably the launchpad. And actually, I would save the launchpad. They can probably just tarp in with wood. Or just use the shockwave. If they know how to do it properly, they can group shockwave and beat together. Oh my god. How'd that not hit him? Let's see, what is stopping them from moving? What is in? This guy's in. It's really sketch because it's not natural high. I would have them shockwave to this hill and be for sure in. Definitely think they can tarp a little and then group shockwave. Aydan kind of goes offline, so it's just trying to tarp while they support. It takes a ton of damage. Yeah, it's a little greedy. Oh my god, what is happening? Aydan's 37 max. 42 health. Actually, I take that back. I don't think they should try and tarp or even shockwave. They should just short launch it, get on this hill and be safe, 100% in. Because they have like 8 shockwaves. They could split that in between all 3 of them and be fine for moving circle. Especially if they know group shockwaves. So like, look what it cost them. Psalm took a lot of damage. Aydan wasted a shit ton of mats. Where's Sean? Sean is 1 HP. And split. They're all split because they try and be greedy and tarp. Let's see how many mats Sean has. Yeah, really low. Well, not really low, but pretty low. Yeah. Like, if you're gonna lose this much resource over saving a launchpad, it's definitely not worth it. Your mats are more valuable endgame. Rather than getting focused here for no reason. Sean gets taken out, Aydan gets taken out, yeah. Hey, let's look at the resources before all that. Before they tried rotating. So this is after they shield bubbled in. They're all like pretty much full shield. 3 shockwaves, 3 shockwaves. So they have 8 shockwaves total, 4 splashes, 1 shield bubble, 83 mats, 121 mats, and 90 mats. And they lost all those resources just because they got greedy. Like, this is not a very supportive structure. Like, if you go on it, you're going to be close to other teams too. They're going to mess with you, waste your mats, you're going to get sprayed by all these other teams. All they had to do is short launch pad onto this hill and be safe. But they got greedy, so let's see what happens to Psalm. Oh wow, he gets circled too. I mean, it's pretty RNG, but I'm not sure what they were doing. Would have been fine here too. If they went here, they could have just shockwaved. Diagonal shockwave, connect here, and just tarp tunnel together. Psalm's in a terrible position. 1 launchpad, 3 shocks, 40 mats. He has to look for a frag here. shockwave. Oh no, that's unlucky. Yeah, that was pretty unlucky. But if they just launch padded, they would have been fine. They could easily have enough mats to tunnel through all this and shockwave together. Alright, on to the next game. So they get like, how many points was that? 0 points that game. Alright, game 2, 3 points. Let's see. I'm probably just going to look at the early game one more time, because early games tend to be pretty repetitive. We'll just focus on mid and end game. Pretty far bus. Holy. Same thing, Sean, Aydan, Psalm. They get Viking to themselves. So they see that they're not getting contested anymore. Aydan goes to the double house. While Psalm and Aydan split Viking. I mean Psalm and Sean. Actually, where does he go? Okay. Hoverboard, that's good. I wonder if Psalm will rotate, fast rotate to totem pole here. Or riffs. He goes to Christmas right away. Yeah, with like 27 chests and all that loot spawn, or a floor loot spawn, like they're pretty much guaranteed a launch pad and several shockwaves. The very minimum. Oh, so Psalm doesn't rotate. I guess this is a little dangerous. Looks like they take a mid-game fight. Let's skip to that. Looks like they push into Snobby. Aydan might get a beam here. How are they doing this? Oh, so Psalm's on the top, Sean's on the side, Aydan's on the bottom. It's a pretty good pinch, unless one of them gets discovered. One of them is found solo, then it's bad. So Aydan tries to get high here, because he knows he's solo. When he's solo, like, that's the best position to have. Otherwise, you get 3 walls taken from you at the same time. So yeah, he plays it really smart. Sean's pushing from behind. Let's see, do they get any beams? No, Sean tries to go for a snipe. Doesn't land it. But they're controlling position way better than the other team. They all have high and angles. So it forces the other team to turtle and try and retreat. Other team pretty much has no choice but to turtle. They can't run, they'll waste too much mats, or they'll run out. Dang, Aydan just goes in for the one pump. Pretty crazy L2, dude. A little risky, but high risk, high reward. So after that first pick, they can play with confidence because they know they have the man up, and the other team's scared. They're in the storm. They're probably screaming like, "Oh, what are these guys doing? Why are they storm fighting?" So like they have a tilted mindset, which most people have. All right, let's see what happens next. They get a pretty good circle. Usually, if you take that fight and you don't get circle, it's a pretty big mess. You're trying to heal, you're trying to get your mats back and rotate in while you're getting held by everybody, so some mid-game fights are a little risky if you want consistent gameplay. They get a drop. Alright, they have pretty good meds. No mobility yet. We don't know if they have a launch pad. Some might find one here. Doesn't look like it. Takes minigun over heavy snipe. Sean already has heavy snipe. I don't know about that. Yeah, there you go. Double heavy snipe is pretty important. It's playmaker weapon, like RPG minigun. With those you can control height. You can make plays into people's boxes. It just gives you a bunch of opportunities. How do they rotate this? I just play edge. Okay, that's fine. So never mind, they're thinking they have no mobility and they need to play aggressive. That's probably what's going on. They have far circle, tilted town circle again. No building, because Gotham. See how they rotate this. Alright, so everyone's rotated and they get a pretty free rotate. Doesn't look like anyone's gonna hold them. Still looks like they have no mobility. Possibly a launch pad. No launch pad. Alright. We're moving into half and half out. Oh, not half and half out. Fourth circle. Third. They don't get circle. Let's see what they do. What? Why? So they build up on this team? I think they're building up hoping that that team has a launch pad. Because what are their options? They could long rotate all the way here. They could either go through tilt town if they're ballsy. Or they can go up this hill. Up this hill is probably really scary. They'll definitely get beamed for it. Could possibly sneak through here. Using the hill as line of sight. No, there's too many teams here. They definitely can't. I think going left is definitely an option. But it would take a lot of time that they don't really have. Actually, no. Going left is not an option. They won't have time to clear all the way there. They'd have to go through Tilted Town. And going through Tilted Town and sketch because you can't build. So I think they did the right play. Hoping for a launch pad. That's a little risky though. Not very high percentage, but it's possible. And they do find a launch pad, so I guess it was the right play. Let's see what happens here. Looks like they land split. So Sam lands down here. Aydan and Sean land up here. Okay. That's a big mistake I see happen a lot. Should always be following the first person on your team that launch pads. Usually IGL. So Aydan launch pads first. I don't think Aydan does any IGL link calls, so So that's why they get a little confused. But Aydan should be calling, I'm picking a spot and I'm landing here. Everybody land on me. Or Sam should be telling him to land somewhere. And everyone should be landing together. Like, it's such an unnecessary split that happens. Especially like when they don't have mobility too, to make up for it. Like, well, I don't get why Sam didn't just land here. His two teammates are here and he's still... That's interesting. They have terrible mats. 44, 87, 133. Sam has the most mats and he's split. Low mats, no mobility. And split. Sam actually get circle. Okay. Sam gets circle and Aydan and Sean are in a shitty spot right now. I want to watch their perspective. 28 seconds. Go down and you go down and regroup to Sam. What happened to Sean? Yeah, look at Sean's mats now. Like, they're all terrible mats. 54, 16, 62. Sam had to waste so many mats. I think he was getting focused or something because he looked like a solo. Like, that could all be prevented if they all landed grouped and used metal. But they split and have to waste more mats regrouping. Now they have to cycle someone. I don't know why he's not using a splash. There you go. I mean, they have two heavy snipers. They definitely can make a play here. Sam goes for the drop, hoping for mobility. He already had one earlier this game. That's so annoying how drops can land like that. He gets a launch pad and RPG. That's big. And medkit. Okay, now half and half out. That's free rotate, half and half out. I like how they don't cycle someone until they have to. Or I don't know if they will, but it doesn't look like they're trying to play too aggressive right now. They still have mats, they still have launchpad. Launchpad they can get in a really good spot and hold people and possibly get rotation. Let's see where it actually goes. So they're like center circle. That's not bad RNG. But it goes up a hill into Tilted Town. So that's pretty dumb. See how they launch this. I don't know if he could have built there. He probably couldn't have built there. Yeah, I think the line's like over here. It's definitely over here. There would be tons of builds here. I mean, that's pretty dumb. There's nothing to say about that. They just landed in a tilted zone. I mean, they could... I don't know what to say. They just can't build. Got naded. Yeah, pretty unlucky. Unlucky circle. Rip zones are stupid. So they get 3 points from that game. That's 2 games, 3 points, and they played... That's like almost 40 minutes. 3 points. So I'd say most teams would be pretty tilted by now. Like, we can't win anymore. Let's W key or something. Let's see what they do. Game 3. 3 points again. This game. Oh, is that song? No. Pretty set game. Got Dog, Jay, Pika, Joel, Rux. Nibs. Lolliker. Wall is good. Where the hell is Som? Did they die? I think they died early game. What? Oh, there. They don't die early game. They die mid game. Okay, we'll watch early game. Whatever. Let's see. Uncontested. These guys go snobby. Pretty sure Som... Wow, Som doesn't even go freaking Riff anymore. I don't know why. That's free. Maybe they only go there if there's a Riff. Well, I mean, definitely. I think that's what I would do. Doesn't look like a Riff spawns there. It could be replay. Oh, never mind. There's a Riff here. There's one chest and a Riff and tons of stone. So I don't know why they don't go there. Maybe they don't spot the Riff. That Riff is kind of an awkward spot. That's probably why they don't go there. So Sean's going his spot. Oh no, Aydan. Yeah, Aydan goes there. Looks for a beam. Gets the stun. Okay, Aydan's... Oh, Aydan fucked it up. And he goes to his house. I guess it's safe to Grease. There's no way Greasy pushes. I mean, they're uncontested. It's possible, but he's just... It's a small gamble there. If they push him, Aydan's free kill. It takes too long to get to that rift. He has no shield. JK. Okay, let's skip this. They actually push into Greasy. Okay. Looks like they beamed Delzar. Let's see. They have stinks, 2 shockwaves, and more stinks, and good meds. Let's see if they have a launch pad. No launch pad. I think they're just taking a fight for Storm Surge, or for mobility possibly. That's pretty dumb. Stinks are really stupid. I think they should be vaulted next season. Not much counterplay. That's really smart. Som placing that pyramid there. If someone is in that box and someone gets the wall first try, if he edits and places a cone, that guy's gonna be trying to place the ramp. And I think it's faster because if you're an old man like Som, like if you try and place a ramp and edit it really fast, you might mess up and you might take too long and they'll have their pump out. But if you just do a cone, you can get a free shot really fast and reset your wall. But unfortunately, he was in the back box. Taco time. I think it saves Delzar. How low was Delzar? This game's so troll. I totally reset the fight for Delzar. And he gets shield off. Looks like there's another team pushing in. Yeah, at this point you don't want to be in this spot. And looks like they die from it too. They get 3 kills though. So they got 2 guys pushing on the side and 1 guy trying to hold a higher position. They lose all their meds for this. Oh my god. They should just use taco time. At this point, they should just use taco time to rotate out. I mean, they're pretty center. They could just take like one of these heals or something. I mean, they are committed, but you don't have to finish a fight that you start. Like it's a 3-way fight, and they're the ones engaging. The third party pretty much always wins, and they're they aren't the third party, obviously. I think the smart play would have been just to rotate out and get their mats back up, because they only have 2 shockwaves. I mean, that's enough mobility if they play center enough. This team's playing it smart. They're just farming, waiting for them to actually engage, because they know there's 2 teams. I'm pretty sure they know. They don't want to be the first to engage. They don't want to be the primary fighters. And they let Cortex build up somehow. Again, they have another opportunity to rotate out and just leave. Taco time. They can just leave and spam wood. I mean, their mats are okay. It's enough to disengage. They lose height. They shouldn't have lost height there. And I get the knock on Dales there. That's really good. So let's see. This team hears it and they start going back in. They hear all the fighting. And it's perfect time, because look, Aydan's low, Sean's low. They have low mats. The other team, the Elzar's team, has 1 person knocked. And let's see the economy for this pink team. Like half mats. Stinks. They're all full health. They have okay shields. Their shields are okay. But point is, like, they're better economy than that team. So they start pushing in. They even get the kill. Okay, it looks like they're just a bad team, but they played it smart. Pushing back in at the right time. Oh, Psalm gets taken out? Let's see. How does Psalm die here? They just killed Delzer. Shockwave's up. No way. That just happened. Someone just got sniped. I mean, I was pretty nutty by Cortex, but same time, Psalm should be putting walls here to go up, so that's not even a possibility. Like, all he needs to do is hold high. Like, I mean, I guess he can go for that cheeky shot and get, what, like 20-30 damage, but you can either go for that, or you can just build and hold high. And holding high is more valuable in my opinion, because he lost high there, he died, and his teammates are low. 22 mats, 25 mats, he has a launch pad though. And at this point, this pink team's pushing in. There's 2 on each team for Sean, Aydan, Cortex, Tacos. This team's full team, full health. And they still die. Pretty good pinch to set up. He drops down. I think that's a mistake. Yeah, he gets back up. Should be focusing the higher team first, so that way they don't get pinched. Let's see. They focus the low team. Cortex and Tacos rotate out, and they regain high. That was really smart of them. Tacos. And he gets an unexpected shot. A surprise factor. That was really smart of them. So that's how the pink team lost. They got outplayed. That was really smart of Cortex and Tacos. So they baited Sean and Aydan and then rotated back on top. That's like really, really high level. And now Cortex and Falcons get the pinch. Clean up. Nice. Oh. Yeah, so pretty much in if there's 3 teams fighting, you want to be the last to engage. And the pink team applied it well, and Cortex flipped the situation on them. Aydan, Sean, and Som. As soon as like that third team, they saw that third team in their proximity, they should just be disengaging, getting a different position. They could have got one of these hills, like I said, would have been fine. Farmed all their mats back up, all this wood here, some metal. Not too much brick. But they'd still have enough to survive. Like, they had a launch pad and they had 2 shockwaves. That's all you need. Like, that's all you need to position up to like half and half out, and then with good positioning, people in shambles will come to you, and you'll get the resources from them. I mean, it's kind of RNG, but if you play like that, there's a high percentage of you getting those picks. So yeah, they should have just backed out here, got positioning as soon as the third team came. Alright, next team. That was game 3. So like, that was like a 10-minute game. Let's see. So game 3, they spent 50 minutes so far. They've only gotten 6 points from kills. That's pretty crazy. That's an hour. An hour and 6 points multiplied by 3. If they kept going at that rate, that'd be like 18 points. But they have good mindset and they keep going. Saw him get some picks early game. I don't really want to watch. They destroy the team snobby. I think their early game is solid. Their split and their pushes. Aydan's a really good fighter. I'm more concerned about their end game. That's messing them up right now. Cause like they've been getting like 20-minute games, 10-minute games. They're not getting those juicy placement points that you get in trios. I don't even want to watch this. Let's watch end game. See, where are they positioned? They're pretty isolated. They get free rotates here. No one messes with them. They can even get pretty center. They can go all the way here for free. I would get up this hill though. I want to watch Storm. Let's look at their mats too. 120, 90, 127, 5 shockwaves, and Som would probably be holding the launch pads. I'll check Sean too. No launch pads. Oh, Aydan has a launch pad. Okay, so 5 shockwaves, 1 launch pad. That is really, really good mobility. That's more than enough to win an endgame. And they have good mats too. And already 7 kills. That's pretty nuts. All from early game, early mid. And they get circle? How did they throw this? Build like a little shack to just chill. I want to skip ahead. So they see a team rotating, they hold them. Look at this little shack. I think they should use at least some metal. Like this wood is a little sketch. Or like at least build one high up. It's worth the mats. You get better angles. You're more secure. Let's see. So they're down here. Circle's up here. Edge is on this little lip right here. Let's see how they... I would launch pad this. Definitely launch pad. Actually, if they know how to team shock, they can team shock or just walk it. I take that back. Let's see, yeah. How would they rotate this? They walk it, it's pretty... That's fine. Are they in, though? I don't think they're in. What did I do? I really don't think they're in. So Sean gets hit pretty hard. They could possibly shock through this team if they need to. Yeah. Oh, they get a kill. Who kills? Sean gets a kill. Or Aydan gets a kill. They use all that metal. Okay, that's fine. They get in. Aydan's bringing all the mats. He tanks a little storm. That's fine. Let's see where this next circle goes. Holy. That's really sketch. So, general rule of thumb, I think, for first moving is you should always use your mobility as a team. Any kind of mobility. You should never try and tunnel first circle. Unless you have to, of course. Because, like, first circle is, like, the biggest. It covers the most amount of land and it moves the fastest. So you want to use all your mobility then. And then you can group and tunnel after. In my opinion. But let's see what they do. They definitely launchpad this. There's no way they don't. Alright, so Sam has a launchpad. He calls where he's placing it. Looks like he has 2 launchpads. Alright, so they all land together this time, which is really good. And I think they prepare another launch. Or they do find one. Sam's like tunneling backwards. Okay, they launch again. He doesn't look up. Another general rule of thumb. Every time you launch pad, always look up. I don't know how he got cucked. Oh, they got cucked by that roof. Always look up and know what's above you before you launch pad. Because they get split again. Because they don't. I want to see where Sean lands. Where is Sean? Aydan gets pumped here. Let's find Sean. Sean is in the storm. I don't know how. Let's see. Oh, okay. So Sam was tunneling backwards because he was getting covered. I mean, if he just looked up, he could have found this spot maybe. And then went around, launch padded around here and regroup. He didn't really think of a plan fast enough and he got cucked by that freaking wall. I want to see Sean. Gets stung. And someone breaks the launch pad. Yeah. Okay, back to Sam. Alright, let's see where they are. Sam's on the bottom, Sean's on top. Aydan got cucked over here. He heals up. He might have a shockwave. But like, they play very unnecessarily split. Like, if they have more coordinated launch pads, they could be all grouped and tunneling together. And this could easily be a high kill win. They have the shockwaves to take high too. Sean gets taken out. They try and go for a kill here, but I think they forget about Zone. Zone's pretty far from them. They're back tunnel. No more shockwaves. Tries the tunnel. He has like 23 builds. Aydan has 70. Aydan should be grouping of him right now. Nice. Aydan does a really good job of staying with him. Sam runs out of mats. He should be aware of that and have Aydan come, which he does. So like all that could be way more organized if they didn't mess up that initial launch pad all the way over here. Like so, they double padded, but they should be using metal. They should be looking up. Like, it's all these tiny little mistakes that cause them to split and lose so much health and so much mats. And then this happens. Like, they get 7th place. That's only one placement to 12th place. It's all about staying grouped. So you if you're all split, you use triple the amount of mats. When if you're instead, you could just group, have one person tunnel everything, make sure everyone's safe, and you're all together if you need help. Like, let's see how many points they got from that. That was a 12-point game. I mean, that's not bad. They got most of that from kills though. That was what, like, let me see. That's me. They got 9 kills from like early game. They barely had any endgame kills, and they got 1 tier placement, which is 12th place. So 3 plus 9 is 12 points. That has so much more potential. It looks like it's a good game, but they played early and mid very well. But their end game has so much potential. Let's look at game 5. See, they rotate. Where are they? Are they in the south side? So they end up here somehow. Like, I can see maybe. I don't know how they got there actually. Maybe they landed somewhere else this game. If they went Viking, they'd be like towards this side probably. But they're just running in here. Let's look at their mats. 126, 113, 128. That's really good. 2 shockwaves. Let's look for launch pads. No launch pad. 1 launch pad on Aydan. Sean doesn't have one. So 2 shockwaves, 1 launch pad. That's a lot of mobility. That's all you need to win. And good positioning. He wastes a lot of wood here. What is he doing? I guess he's just looking for a more central position. I think he forced it too much though. I definitely think like this little side of the hill would have been fine. He gets beamed for it. And probably pushed. It looks like they get pushed. Should just be building metal here, just playing passive, holding people. And they have a launch pad. If they can't rotate for free, they can just launch in. No need to be greedy and save it for endgame. Sean gets taken out, and all that happened because Psalm got beamed. That team wouldn't have pushed. Yeah, you're just getting griefed at this point. Or not really grief, they kind of threw their own game for getting beamed, but I don't know how this other team is not getting third party. These guys aren't really looking. I guess they're still bubble. But yeah, that team's just hyper aggroing Psalm's team and they're dead. Just because Psalm got beamed. Like, think about that. They have a launch pad, they have 2 shockwaves, really good mats, but he gets a tiny I guess he just wasn't aware. I mean, this, like, look at this team. They're totally fine. They're in metal. They're chilling. It's just one tiny mistake. What was that? Game 5? Let's go to game 6. Oh, that's pretty crazy. Like 0-3-3, 12, 0-1. And they still managed to win 2 games after. And look how long these games are. It's not like they're dying off spawn saying, okay, it doesn't matter, let's play the next game. They're like going 20 minutes in and still having a really fresh mindset. Because like when you really think about it, like there's nothing you can do but play better your next game if you want to do good. Like if you stay negative and say, oh, we can't do it, you can't do it. I think they die this game too. I'm just gonna skip this game. They just died mid game. I want to see their wins. See what they do. All right, so doesn't look like they fought anyone early game, mid game. They probably went Viking. They have 4 shockwaves. Holy, they have 10 shockwaves. I'm looking for launch pads. They have 1 launch pad, 10 shockwaves. That, like, their resources aren't their problem. They have all the mobility in the world. They have really good loot. Let's see. Aydan even has a hoverboard, and they have how many shield bubbles? 4 shield bubbles. They can get to half and half out for free. They don't even have to use a shockwave. They don't have to use launch pad. So they're edge circle right now. They can even play edge circle. It doesn't matter. No one can do anything when you're on the hoverboard. I'm just gonna skip. Like hoverboard shield bubble is OP. They even use it here. They just use it to get edge right here. On top of all these trees and stone. You can easily build stone base for free. Yeah, that's all they need. They don't need center. They still have only 1 shield bubble, but that's all you need. And they're all very healthy. Psalm has no meds. I mean, Aydan and Sean. There's like 44 people alive. He doesn't really need to peek here. Especially if those guys are already in circle. Like, he got a couple free shots, that's fine. But I wouldn't over peek on people that are already in. Because they're already settled, and if you're making a lot of noise, other teams that are sitting around, like this team, they might see him and, like, I don't know, snipe him, RPG. Basically, you're asking to get focused if you're making a ton of noise when everybody's already in. You should be holding people. Like, they could have got free beams on that guy, and there's nothing any other team could really do. Unless they, like, heavy sniper RPG, but still. It's a little, doesn't really matter. They're still alive. Like, the most they get from this is a kill point, which is fine. Let's see, I would probably, if they're coordinated enough, they could definitely do the hoverboard shield bubble right here and just get in and then tarp the rest, or even go around this side. They could easily go around this side. Actually, the only problem is there's water here. If there wasn't water, it was all land, I would totally do hoverboard shield bubble and get in all the way here for free. They probably wouldn't get that far, maybe like right here, and tarp the rest for free. But they might have to launch pad because of the water. Actually, left side doesn't have as much water. They could just use a little bit of wood, but it's very tight. Actually, yeah, I would totally hoverboard all the way over here. They could totally make this and then get in here and just tarp there. But let's see what they do. They launch pad. Short pad. Not even a short pad. Okay, that's fine. They don't get beam for it. Psalm picks the spot. They all land on Psalm. Is Psalm in? Yeah, he's in. He shield bubbles. That's fine. Because you don't really have an opportunity to use shield bubble after this point. It's not as effective really, because everyone's so close proximity on the moving circles. Some get to pick here. I'm surprised that they don't look back. I mean, I guess they shield bubbled. But what they could have done is look back at all the people that have to rotate. Like, I don't think this team's even in. They could hold this team if they see it, and I'm sure there were other teams down there. Like, the moment you're in, you should be looking back. And you could apply that to, like, any situation of the game. Like, mid-game, you can hold people. This stage of the game, moving circles, you can hold people. That's, like, the easiest fight to take. Looking for nade here. That guy's one shot. Oh, yeah. He gets the finish, not the kill. So that doesn't count. Aydan, what the heck? That's freaking insane. So Sam has the 4 shockwaves. Aydan has 3. Oh wow, they all have really good shockwaves. Let's see where the circle goes. So they're over here, and it goes on this side of the boat. I think they can team shock right above here if they do it properly. But they probably, it looks like they're going to shockwave individually. That's not something many teams can do because not everyone has like a good split or a good early game split as them. Like how they ended up with 10 shockwaves in one launch pad. Like not everyone's going to have that. So I'd say if you had like a couple shocks, team shock, and then tunnel. Or possibly team shock twice because of how far this is. Like I said in the other game, you should always use all your mobility, or try to use most of your mobility during first moving, because tunneling you pretty much move as fast as the storm, and there's no time to do anything, like look for picks, anything. Okay, they team shock. They team shock into individual shock so they can regroup. See where they all land. Yeah, that's really good. Pretty close, but they need to pick someone to tunnel right now. Because Aydan's the front, but I feel like Aydan's not the tunneler. I think Sam's the tunneler. And basically, Sam needs to start tunneling and Aydan needs to regroup with Sam. After Sam passes in the torch, and Sean just needs to follow. But it's really, really tight. So, like, if they tunnel here, everyone's going to have edits. There's edit there, edit there, edit there. It's really hard to tunnel that. So I think they shockwave again. And he gets screwed. But he still manages to... They have another launch pad? Wow. Okay, I don't know why they shockwave that then. If they had a launch pad, they should definitely launch pad first. Because look how they landed. They landed on different layers, a tiny bit split, and even though they were somewhat close, it still caused Aydan to get spammed. They caused Sam to get spammed. If they launch pad it, they could land in the same box and build metal. Look at these guys tunneling. They're safe. Look at Quinn. Quinn's really good at tunneling. And just being aware. All they have to do is launch pad first. Like, Aydan probably doesn't even get this launch pad. And they're split again. Like, their problem is grouping for endgame. They waste so many resources in their split. Mobility and resources. See, Sam lands there. Sean lands on top of him. How does Aydan get like 6 kills? That doesn't make any sense to me. Is he just sitting back circle? He still has 2 shockwaves. I mean, I guess he's fine here. He can look for picks, and then when he needs to, shockwave to Sam. No way. That guy just whiffed so hard. Oh my god. Aydan's gone psycho, dude. I want to see what Sam and Sean are doing. It's like Aydan's not even trying to group. I mean, I think it's fine. Depends on your playstyle. I don't like playing as 3 individuals. I like to play grouped. But where the hell is Sam? Oh wait, Sean died. How did Sean die? He was grouped with Psalm. Yeah, he grouped, Psalm heals up, he has a slurp gun, and a campfire. Oh! No way he falls in there. Dang, that sucks. So no one was holding... I don't know how he fell in. Like, they're holding floor pyramid. There's no way he should fall through. I think they were both trying to edit, and the bottom team just broke it out when they're both trying to edit. Psalm gets out, but once again, they're all solo now. He has 75 mats, Aydan has 83. They do have shockwaves, but they don't group. See what happens. I want to see what's going on high ground, because if high ground is very established, there's no way they should have won this game. They're tarping out metal. Quinn, really smart. Quinn recognizes that high ground's back circle and that he is high ground of front circle. So then he tries to contest while his team's supporting him. Look at that. Willis goes up and takes height. Because I tell this to my team all the time, like, the best position in the game is front circle high ground, and the timing that you want to take high ground or retake high ground is when the opposing team is back circle. So if they're back circle high ground and you're front circle high ground, like, even if you're lower than them, if you're spraying at them, if they try and shoot back, the storm's gonna be on their butt, and then they don't have much option but to run. And if they try and shoot again, the storm's on their butt. So if you can hold that and shockwave up like what Wills did, then you have the best position. And that's what they kind of apply, that philosophy. But I think they overcommit here. They don't need to ramp over. They should just be towering here, staying towards the white circle, because they're running here and then they have to run back. They should just be forcing that team down. They don't need to psycho them and kill them. They need to force them down. See what happens. The Quinn's really smart. He plays ulti high, so they don't get shockwave. Psalm and Aydan group. What do they do? Psalm's low on mats. Aydan's low on mats. How did they win this? What the hell? So Psalm does kind of a scuffed tunnel. He's low on mats anyway. There's not much he can do. Where is Aydan? Aydan stays up. He leads the pick. I don't know why Wheels and Bar aren't spraying right now. It goes back favoring Quinn. Circle. Psalm gets dropped from a shockwave. Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do. He has no mats. Let's see Aydan. Yeah, Aydan's just like a back circle warrior. Try launches. Oh my god. He just walked under barrel. I like how he's playing passive here and just waiting for an opportunity. Like, he definitely has low mats, and he could cycle someone for mats and health, but he just waits. He just plays placement. I bet his team's screaming play placement right now. Oh, never mind. That was really good play. One pump. L2. Nice. Yeah, Aydan's really good at finding those opportunities. Oh. How does he get up? No way he wins this. He's literally... No way. He just one pump wheels. That's crazy. Alright, I want to see what happened with Quinn's team. Because they were in the best position to win. They had high ground. This is right before they take it. So they take high ground from this team. They get circle. They kind of get circle, not really. And let's see their mats. 39, 51, 53. I mean, that's enough mats to win. They just have one person tarping hard mats in front, and the rest Quinn can just single tarp. See, I think Quinn wasted a lot of mats here. He doesn't need to pyramid floor. He should just be single tarping. Like, it's only connected by one anyway. It's like, it doesn't do much. It just wastes double the mats. Because he already has his team tarping under him, and it's very, very supported. I mean, not very, but it's pretty supported. I think the way they lose high is they run out of mats. So let's see. That's a Tavan, Frappai, and Makin. I think Makin's dead. They take high on Quinn. Yeah, Quinn needs to play higher then. That shouldn't even be an option for Frappai. Like if Wills and Baro have it controlled, Quinn needs to play ulti high. Like way higher. Shockwaves can get you like 8 layers up, I think. It's like Quinn has no mats. He's gonna die to fall. Yep. Like that, they wouldn't be in this situation right now if Quinn played higher. Quinn didn't use double the mats, and he wouldn't have lost high, and it would have been free kills for him. I mean, they do get high back, but they lose Quinn. They lose a lot of mats. Bar has no mats. Willis has no mats. Like 14 builds. Like they threw their win for that. I mean, they should have won anyway because Aydan got freaking nasty one pump. But yeah. Okay, on to next game. We're talking about Psalm here. Well, that was a pretty good game from Aydan, but I feel like their dynamic, or their playstyles don't fit too well because, I mean, Sean is normally the IGO when he played with Aydan. Aydan's just like really good at fighting and killing people, playing back circle endgame. Like, he thrives at that, but I think they play very unorganized because Psalm is the IGL, and I don't think he's controlling Aydan in that sense correctly. Because they always end up split, and Aydan just does his own thing, and Psalm and Sean get picked off somehow. But that was one game they won. So that was a 18-point game. Pretty good after getting like barely any points. See. So they're pretty center circle, I think. Right here. Yeah, it's pretty center. Generally in these circles you want to stay away from the water. Like if this point's center, you want to scoot in towards the island a little bit because the way it's programmed is it tends to go away from the water, obviously. So this is better than this spot, I'd say. So they get 1 kill early game, I think. No, like mid game. 6 shockwaves, 12 shockwaves total. Aydan has a ton of heals. Purple SMG stinks. Let's see if they have launch pads. Sean doesn't. Psalm has 1 launch pad, and Aydan doesn't have a launch pad. So they have 12 shockwaves and 1 launch pad, and really good economy and shields and mats. Look at their mats, and they have center circle. I mean, if they didn't win this game, it'd be pretty bad. They get close circle. I would just team shock this probably. I mean, you could easily shoot out this tree and diagonal team shock and play edge. They can play edge because they know they have a launch pad. They know they all have mobility. And everyone but Aydan has mobility. Let's see what they do. Yep, they shoot out the tree. set up diagonal shot. How did I know? And they regroup here. I think they should use metal here. And shield bubble. They're the first to get in. Yep, shield bubble. He should be thinking about that first, because like at this stage of the game, like I said earlier, shield bubble kind of becomes irrelevant during like the moving circle, so might as well use it now and open up a slot for something else. Or maybe he can grab a heal from Aydan and give Aydan shockwaves. Alright, now 20 seconds doing nothing. Once again, once you're in, especially if you're edge is the best spot if you want kills. They should be looking back. All these guys have to rotate in. This team is rotating, that team, they can get free shot. Especially if there's, hey look, it's me. Especially if there is Storm Surge. I don't think there is this game. He's like, even if there isn't Storm Surge, if you have he has 700 AR. Those are, and they have a ton of meds. Like, those are all free kills they can be getting. Let's see if they do peek that. Like, there's like no point shooting people in already. It's just spraying at a wall and they're just gonna hold it. Wow, I'm surprised Som blocked that off. Why would he? I guess his team's in already. Then he should be focusing over here. That doesn't matter. Nice, they get a pick off that. Let's see where circle is. They get really close circle. Looks like they only have one launch. I think they could short launch this. Actually, it's pretty straight. It's literally just over here. They could team shock it. Kind of diagonal, a bit straight. Do that. And maybe they might have to do it twice. But I would rather do that than use a launch probably. And it's a pretty clear path. They'd use like quite like 100, 200 mats, but I think it's worth it. I think they probably launch pad though. Like, they have so many shocks. I would not launch pad this. I would totally shock. Launches are way better for a first movie. I mean, as long as they get in, they're safe. It's fine. Wow. How did they launch and still get split? I guess Som kind of fell down. Well, let me see what they did. Okay, so they short pad. I don't know why Sean goes first. I think Som should go first because I'm pretty sure he's IGL. So Sean picks a spot. Yeah, he should have went around. I mean, that is kind of unlucky if someone landed in his box, but I don't know. I think they would have been good. It's just kind of unlucky someone went in their box. Pretty sure he just gets back up. Yeah, it's fine. But I mean, like, that could have been prevented. Even though they have all these meds, like, you don't need to take that damage. They just chill. There's no reason to peek anyone here. They have all the mobility in the world and meds. They just need to wait. They have really, really good resources. 90, 99, 100. Alright. Wow. They even get circle too. It favors them. So, for this circle, well, it looks like Som has another launch. I don't know if that's true. For this circle, I definitely would split all the impulses between everybody. So, Som has 4, Aydan has... Oh wow, Aydan has 4 too. Yeah, so I would just wait here, hold as many people as I can, and then they could either team shock or team shock and then individual shock and regroup in the white, which is like right here. That's fine. And then tunnel, because first circle is the fastest. Let's see what happens. Yeah, they hold people. Let's see. They don't have a box dedicated to Team Shock, I think. Oh, they launch. Okay, so that's fine. They have a launch. But how far did they get this launch? Launch sends you like 10 tiles? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's totally fine. That's really good. So the Psalm takes like 50, but that's fine. Right away when you land, I think you should, rule of thumb is always elevate like 2 or 3 layers, like this high. Because they have enough mats, and the people that are going to be low ground are the people that are low mats, low resources, low economy in general. And they're going to be trying to cycle in your box. So generally you want to move, you want to tunnel up. So that you also don't get blocked, because everyone that's launch padding is going to land low and try and get up. And they could easily block you, have an edit on you, get a free shot. So always elevate when you land. Front circle. ASAP. Like they don't make an effort to make a path here. I guess they have shockwaves, so that's probably why. That's probably what they're thinking. They're not in yet. They have another launch? No way. No. Psalm doesn't need to shoot that. He can just pull his glider early. Where's his launch? I don't know where it is, but let's say there's a tile above you. You just pull your launch early. It doesn't matter if you hit it. You'll still have your glide. And that's more than enough to get where he needs to get. Like, why did they land split again, dude? Like, they have launch pads. Like, if you have shockwaves, then sure, that's an excuse to be split. But they're using launch pads here. They're over here. So, I guess they're switching to Sean being the spot picker now. That's kind of unfortunate. I guess it's a little unlucky. They should call that to Sean and tell him to regroup. Or Sean needs to be aware of that. To look back. They just need to communicate that in general. It's unlucky timing, but... That's why also I think they should path up. Like, even if they're going to use their launchpad or shockwaves, they can invest a little bit of mats to path up here. And just have more spacing. Like, the higher up you are, the lower chance of someone blocking directly on top of you. It's like a pyramid. It's like a pyramid. High ground on top, and it gets wider and wider. More people on the bottom. And he dies for that. Just because they're low ground. I mean, he could have shockwave too. As soon as he saw the launch pad was blocked, like, he has 4 shockwaves. Like, when are you going to use that? Like, you should never be dying with mobility, really. Sean and Aydan are grouped. I think they shockwave here. They totally should. I want to watch Sean. No way they rest. No way they rest. No way. 3 shockwaves. Aydan playing back circle again. Again, like, I think he should try and make an effort to elevate at least, like, 1 or 2 tiles. Actually, no, I take that back. He has shockwaves. Aydan. They regroup. They're not in. They team shock. Where's Aydan? Aydan lands there, Sean lands there. That's not bad. Stinking high, and then Aydan goes for high, and Sean goes for high. That was a really good play. That was a really good take. A lot of people don't know how to use utility to retake. Like, what I try and tell people is, if you want to incorporate utility in your gameplay, you have to think about what your objective is and how you can use it to help you. Just ask yourself that question. Like, you can apply that to mobility, retaking high, whatever. So in this case, he kind of like stunned them for a couple seconds by stinking them, and then both of them shockwaved up. And I think they recognized that it was only 2 people, because I don't see a third. So you know they can win that fight. How does the Blix mess that up? Oh, he just uses it to go down. So they have a really good spot right now. Need to drop more because there's an RPG. Aydan still has a shot. I don't know why he didn't use his splashes. Doesn't need to because he can kill everybody. So I mean, it was a little messy. Ooh. Aydan clutches again. Wow. Aydan's just nuts. I think they played, even though they won, they got like what? They got 4 kills, which isn't bad. 4 kills in the win, that's 16 points. But it was definitely a little messy. Like they don't group too well when they launch pad. They got split here because they short padded. They got split here again because they got blocked, which I think they could have solved by elevating or looking, or just even going into the storm to launch pad. Taking 1 tick is better than getting 1 person left back and getting 1 pumped, which happened to Sam, or he got pumped really hard in the shot in the air. Just grouping is always better. Grouping is very, very important. And I don't think they prioritize that enough. I mean, they still win though, but Sam was dead. So let's see. Did they even get any points? They get 0 points last game. I don't think I'm gonna watch that. It's already been an hour and 30 minutes. But they pretty much go from like last place all the way to top 52, which is pretty good. They clutched 2 game wins in a row. And that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any suggestions or anything, just leave it in the comments. Thank you.